Good morning, everyone. Today we'll start a new series about how to make a webshop. In this series, we will use Next.js, which is a good React framework for the web. You can find the website in the description. First things first, we'll make a new project, and for this I'm gonna open a new terminal, and from this I'm gonna copy this command which will guide us through the initialization process. It's gonna load a bit and ask about how our project will be called. Do we want to use TypeScript and so on and so on. So let's call this Webshop. We would like to use TypeScript, so yes. We would like to use ESLint. You can choose to disable these, but I prefer this. I'm not a professional Tailwind CSS user, but I'm gonna do my best to use it. And it can use the src folder. And I don't want to use the app router. App router is the new type of routing in Next.js. We will talk about it later, but I'm not really familiar with it. I used it once, but I had no. It was a bit difficult, and when I used it, it has a lot of bugs. So I'm gonna say no for this. We can use import aliases. This way we can shorten our imports, so there is no dot dot slash dot dot slash and so on. And @sign is good for the import alias. So it says it will install React, React DOM, Next, and as dev dependencies TypeScript, types for the node, React, React DOM, auto prefixer, post CSS, Tailwind CSS, and ESLint. First things first, it's a success, it's created. So first things first, let's go through the folders of the let's go through the files of the created project. So node modules, we don't really have to worry about it. So there is an extension to hide it. So public is a publicly available folder. You usually put files like favicon, publicly available images, and so on and so on. Sources where you write your code. Pages is the subpages of your whole application, but we will talk about it later. API is a special subfolder. It's the backend of the application, and app is basically the main of the application. Document is a whole, how would I say, outline of our application. So basically, this is the HTML. This gives the HTML tag, the body, the main, and also the scripts. Index is our home page. So also we have styles. Basically, you can do any sort of CSS style in here. Aslint, JSON, we don't need to worry about it. Git ignore. Next.js provides us a basic git ignore file to if you use any kind of GitHub or any source control. We don't need to worry about this package.json. This is very important. So basically, this is the description of our application, like name, what is the version, it is private, scripts. These are the scripts that you can run. For example, npm run dev starts the application. Npm run build builds the whole application, and then after you build the application, you can start it. Dependencies, these are the dependencies you use during the development, and dev dependencies are the dependencies that are used for building and for the development, not for the whole application like dependencies. Post CSS config is for the CSS README. This is just what I'm talking about right now. You can read it later. Tailwind config. This is the configuration where we tell Tailwind which files you need to check for Tailwind style class names to make it look like what you want. And tsconfig.json, this is for tslint or aslint. It was later as I remember aslint, but it's currently tslint. You can define rules like strict or which type of model you use, module resolution, and so on. So first things first, let's start our application. We type in the terminal npm run dev. Oh, I'm in a raw folder. So cd webshop. So if you run npm run dev, then it's gonna build our application, and it's ready in 5 seconds. So if you click on localhost 3000, it's still compiling. Every time you so basically this is the application we just created. This is the default layout and the default starting point of the application. So let's talk about pages. Pages is a very important part of Next.js. So you can define new pages in two ways. One is if I would like to have a products page, then I can say I make a folder which called products, and I make an index.tsx. TS and TSX are different. TSX has a render method, so if you write TS and make a component, for example, const product page, like this, it will give you an error. Export default product page. But if you change the extension to TSX, the error disappears. So basically, the other way you can make new page is if you, on the root folder, you make a products2.tsx. Let's copy and paste this. Let's call this products2. And I'm going to split my screen. And if I'm correct, if we go to products, it says products, product 2 goes to products 2. So for the first video, I wanted to just let you know how this Next.js works and how the pages are handled. And also we have this API folder, which is the Next.js backend. So if we go to localhost 3000 and say API./hello, it's just gonna return the name John Doe, because hello TS returns a status 200, which is an awk, and returns a JSON name John Doe. Thank you for watching. Later on, we will start to make pages for custom items, cart functionality, and so on. Thank you for watching. See you next time.